is Ayda, and today I'll be discussing about the law enforcement of critical race theory. Racism and immigration policy. Racism affects how immigration laws are enforced, leading to more frequent targeting Mexicans. Today, more than 95% of non-citizens are removed annually from the United States, and usually are Mexicans and Central America. The economic crisis combined a new anti-immigration policies and harsh enforcement strategies may exacerbate the extreme and exciting and Latino immigration families already face as a result of discrimination and financial hardships. Because they fear of leaving their homes, of being deported, and this affects their family because they depend on the work that they have in United States and the education of their children. Critical race theory helps us to see how the enforcement action supports existing racial inequities in society. CRT is a movement collection of activists and scholars engaged in studying and transforming the relationship among race, racism, and power. Racial is common in immigration enforcement, causing fear in many communities. Federal immigration enforcement officers already regularly find themselves accused of physically abusing Latina and Latinos immigration at times in deadly consequences. There have been so many cases where there is videos on social media where police are mistreating Mexicans and other immigration groups. Research shows clear differences in how immigration laws are applied based on race ethnicity. The first Congress Act quickly passed the 1790 Naturalization Act, restricting citizenship to free white persons and thereby excluding enslaved Africans, Americans, Indians, Asians, and non-white. This evidence shows how there could be bias on race and ethnicity. Immigration law and race identity. Immigration policies have a larger impact on groups, implicating their identities and social roles. Law decides who is legally recognized on citizens, residents, and undocumented individuals. Considering race identities helps understand how immigration experiences a biased legal system. Racial bias exists in each stage of criminal process, from stops and arrests through and charges and convictions. So police decide based on the race. There some there's cases where there's discrimination. Role of critical race theory in advocacy. CRT provides a way to advocate for immigration reform that focuses on fairness and justice. Advocate force efforts should use insights of CRT to fight against unfair immigration, and this is a tool in education to help promote social justice for all groups. Learning how critical race theory helps immigration communities deal with legal issues. This is important because it's a framework to understand how racial implications of immigration law enforcement. And this allows to bring more effective solutions to address the injustice and promote justice in all groups. In conclusion, this research paper explores how critical race theory can illuminate the racial disparities, injustice within immigration law enforcement in all United States. It will analyze the historical context development of immigration law, their enforcement practices, and the broader implication for excluded communities. Applying CRT, the people will reveal how systemic racism influence immigration policies and the experience of immigration, particularly